Good day, welcome back to Khmer Green. Figs in general is one of the easiest plants to propagate. In other words, we can turn this dead looking stick to roots and grow into real plants. This season was my first time of growing figs. Before that, I never propagated any plant before. So if I can do it, I believe you can do it too. In fact, there are so many ways to do root cuttings. But the method that I am about to show is one of the easiest to do with a very good success rate. Before we get started, let me make it clear. This method is nothing new and it's not a 100% success rate. So if you're dealing with a variety that has the reputation of difficult to root, or you're dealing with a very expensive cuttings, it's wise to take all the extra steps to ensure to increase your success rate, like put a geometry dome, like basically a plastic tote covered on top of your cuttings, or add a heat mat, or even put grow lights, or whatever you hear from people or wherever you have learned about rooting cuttings. Okay, so that being said, let's get started. So obviously first we need cuttings. If you get cutting from a nursery or fig beds, you should not don't have to worry about this part because the seller should know what they are doing. But if you source cutting by yourself, maybe you ask a neighbor or friends, or you found a sidewalk or somewhere in the bush, you're looking for lignified woods. Basically it means when you cut through the cuttings, you see the hardwood forming. So that's what it is. And usually the skin of the branch, it turn dark brown or gray. It depends on a variety and how old of the tree. And sometimes it's still kind of greenish. It's as long as it have hardwood inside, it's fine too. For the thickness of a cutting, ideally is a thigh or pinky and bigger. So this one it should be fine. This one even better. And for the length, it should be between 6 to 10 inch. So the cutting right here, this one it should be around 6 inches. It's perfectly fine, and it's even better if you can get a little longer. This one may be 10 inch. So the ideal length, it should be between this length 6 to 10. Okay, after you get your cutting, now it's time to identify which is the top, which one is the bottom, because the bottom we going to put them in the pot to let it grow roots, and the top to get it grow branch budding out. It's fairly easy. If you look closely, you're gonna see a leaf mark, and right next to it there is a bump. The bump is mean top, the leaf mark is mean down. So this one is gonna be this side going to be the top, this one also, and this one also, because all the bump on this side and underneath the bump is a leaf mark. So next step, we're going to wrap the top. This one is paraffin. It's just a stretchy plastic like this that it's going to dissolve over time. This one, it looks very simple, but it's very crucial. We're going to wrap the top part of our cuttings that going to stick out of the soil or whatever that when we put in the pot. So this one, it's important because when we wrap it, we lock the moisture of the cutting, so it have all the energy to get started and growing. If we don't wrap it, the chance of success go way down, or even it get rooted, the top going dry out. So I cannot stress it enough that this tiny piece of plastic is so important, so crucial to success of our cuttings. If you cannot find a paraffin like this, you can find some kind of plastic that can work similar, like a stretchy thing. Whatever plastic wrap maybe work, I'm not so sure. But if you can grab on one, do yourself a big favor. Take one of this. Now let me wrap this one for you. We don't really need that much, just a little piece, because we're gonna let the outside part out of the pot only a little bit. Just try to twirl around like that, and And then pretty much it's very simple, very easy. You don't have to rub much, only on the top a little bit to keep it moisture on. That all it needs. And you don't have to scrub the bottom part or score it. It's unnecessary. Now move on to the pots. You can use any pots as long as there is a drainage hole inside it. So you can use even a drinking cup, whatever, but the smaller of the cup, it holds less moisture. You have to keep an eye on your container, your cuttings more often. Meanwhile, this 3 pot, this one is 3 by 8 and this one is 4 by 9. It can hold moisture quite a bit longer, so you don't have to worry much about that moisture. So you don't have to water almost every day. You can maybe a few days or even once a week this container. For the 3 by 5 containers, many of the nursery and people that selling fish on Fitbits, they enjoy using this because it's big enough to hold moisture, but it's small enough to ship with a reasonable shipping fee. On the other hand, the bigger one, 4 by 9, it costs a bit more to ship, but it holds quite a lot more medium and it quite a lot of more moisture. So if you don't have to ship your tree, you just do it for yourself, or you don't really worry about shipping fee later on, a 4 by 9 is a better choice because it can let the tree get root a lot stronger because it's bigger, it has more space to grow. And now for the last material. In this case, I use coco coir. You can use anything that you like. It can be a compost, it can be a potting mix, it can be a peat moss, even a pine box. Even some people even use garden soil. But for me, I use a coco coir because it's quite affordable and easy. It comes from the block like this, it compressed. So when you need to use, just cut it open and put water on it, let the magic happen. It's going to expand a lot. Alright, that's all set now. I only need to give it a little more water to settle down the coco coir and give it tag so I know what variety it is. And I'm going to put it outside, let it grow. It still has some warm there, so it might be growing on times, but only wait and see how the weather doing. I likely to going to bring it inside the house later on. But if you live in the area that is warm, maybe you are now in Australia, I believe it's spring and about to go into summer, so maybe you just leave it outside, don't have to worry about a humidity dome to put on top of it or all those stuff. Okay, so this rooting process is done, but before I let you go, I want to clarify a few questions first. Number one is, do we need a rooting hormone? The short answer is no. It is an optional choice. So if you're dealing with very difficult to root cuttings or expensive cuttings, just like I mentioned before, I recommend to use rooting hormones. But if in general, you don't have to, especially if you just start with figs, you don't have to worry about those things. Question number 2, can we put them under direct sun? My answer is absolutely yes. If you already have set up like this, there's no reason to fear sun. Some people maybe recommend you not to do it, but I totally disagree with this one. You can do it, but it's not necessary. If you don't have space, you don't have to. In the period of it trying to root, before it get a leaf bud out, you can leave it anywhere you want, as long as it has moisture. It likely to root. But when you see your cutting leafing out, that's the moment you're going to give them some sunlight. For the last question, question number 3, this is a $1 million question. Can we root fig cutting any time of the year? The answer is absolutely yes. I just root one of the cutting in the middle of summer and it grows very well. When I get that cutting, it has fruit on almost every node and it's still active growing, have green shoot on top of it too. But I just cut out the leaf and pick up the fruits and then do all the thing that I have to do, so I get it rooted and grow very well. So it's no doubt too scare to root any time of the year, as long as you get all the material to get it going. But why many people prefer to root their cutting in the fall and winter? The answer is that time trees start to go dormant and fully dormant. So the people that selling the cuttings, they don't lose any of their cutting. But if they cut their cutting during active growth, they're going to lose quite some of their wood. That's why the big reason they start to sell only when their tree go dormant. And not to mention, if we cut it, we're going to waste some fruits. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy it. If so, give the video a like, because it can spread the word, so let more people start growing the figs, because it's really a good tree and everybody should grow it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, always appreciate. Thank you, and I see you next video. Bye bye.